UFC stars are speaking out. Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev are being called out by a fellow fighter over the ongoing debate on UFC fighter pay. Is the silence from these top names deafening? We're diving deep into the controversy. Get ready for UFC London with our expert predictions. We've got the inside scoop on Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy and the full fight card. Will the underdog pull off a massive upset? We've got the models' picks. UFC champion Islam Makhachev is firing back. Dustin Poirier made a massive claim about Makhachev's weight before their fight, and now the champ is setting the record straight. What's the truth behind the numbers? And a tragic story reaches its conclusion. Ibraheem Yazeed has been found guilty in the murder of Aniah Blanchard, the stepdaughter of former UFC fighter Walt Harris. We'll break down the verdict and what it means. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Silence on fighter pay. Colby Covington slams Khabib and Makhachev. Is the silence from two of the UFC's biggest stars deafening? Colby Covington, a former UFC title challenger, is calling out Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev for not using their massive platforms to advocate for better fighter pay. Covington believes that despite their huge influence and lucrative contracts, these fighters are failing to speak up for their colleagues, a stark contrast to the vocal criticism from other figures in the sport. He pointed out that both Nurmagomedov and Makhachev are reportedly earning millions per fight, suggesting this financial security might be preventing them from rocking the boat with the UFC brass. While Khabib has occasionally voiced opinions on matchmaking and fighter releases, the broader issue of compensation remains a contentious topic, especially following Ronda Rousey's recent outspokenness. The debate over fair compensation in the UFC continues to heat up, and Covington is demanding more from its biggest names. This is just the beginning of the UFC drama. Next, we're heading to London for Fight Night predictions that could change your betting game. UFC London Showdown, Evloev vs. Murphy, expert picks revealed. UFC is touching down in London, and the featherweight division is set to ignite. Top-ranked Movsar Evloev, still undefeated at 19-0, is slated to face the formidable Lerone Murphy, who boasts an impressive 17-0-1 record. This main event is packed with potential, and our cutting-edge MMA prediction model has crunched the numbers. The model, which simulates fights 10,000 times and has shown a significant ROI on past predictions, is projecting outcomes for Evloev versus Murphy and the entire fight card. Early odds favor Evloev heavily, but never count out an undefeated fighter like Murphy. The model is also highlighting specific bets, including a strong lean on the over 1.5 rounds in the Iwo Baranowski versus Austin Lane bout, suggesting value in a fight that might go the distance. With preliminary fights starting at 4 p.m. ET, fans are in for a full day of action. But the action doesn't stop there. We've got a champion firing back at a former title contender. Find out what Islam Makhachev had to say. Makhachev versus Poirier, champion fires back at weight claim. Did a massive weight discrepancy decide the outcome of the lightweight title fight? Former UFC interim lightweight champion Dustin Poirier is raising eyebrows with a claim about Islam Makhachev's weight during their UFC 302 bout. Poirier revealed that UFC official Hunter Campbell indicated Makhachev weighed a staggering 192 pounds on fight night, significantly above the 155-pound lightweight limit. Poirier himself weighed in at 176 pounds. While fighters naturally rehydrate after weigh-ins, Poirier suggests this was an extreme difference that may have impacted the fight. However, UFC welterweight champion Islam Makhachev has vehemently denied this, stating he has never weighed over 80 kg, approximately 176 pounds. Makhachev, who has since moved up to claim the welterweight title, is pushing back against any suggestion that his victories should carry an asterisk. This exchange reignites the debate about weight classes and fighter advantages in the UFC. From heated verbal exchanges to a somber legal conclusion. We're covering a major court verdict in a case that deeply impacted the MMA community. Guilty verdict: Ibraheem Yazeed convicted in Aniah Blanchard murder case. Justice has been served in the tragic case of Aniah Blanchard, the stepdaughter of former UFC fighter Walt Harris. Ibraheem Yazeed has been found guilty by an Alabama jury for her 2019 murder. While convicted of murder and felony murder, Yazeed will not face the death penalty, as he was not convicted on the capital murder charges. He is scheduled for sentencing on May 7 and faces a potential life sentence without parole. The trial detailed how Blanchard disappeared in October 2019, with surveillance footage placing Yazeed at the same convenience store and an eyewitness identifying him forcing her into a car. The discovery of her blood in her vehicle and later her body in a wooded area confirmed foul play. Prosecutors presented evidence that Blanchard was shot twice, first in her car and then in the wooded area. Yazeed's conviction has also spurred legislative change, leading to Aniah's Law in Alabama, which allows judges to deny bond for defendants accused of violent crimes. The family now awaits sentencing, seeking closure after a devastating loss. That's all for today's top stories. But don't go anywhere, we've got a lightning round recap coming up next. What a packed show! We heard Colby Covington call out Khabib and Makhachev over fighter pay, got the inside scoop on UFC London predictions, saw Islam Makhachev clap back at Dustin Poirier's weight claims, and got the verdict in the Aniah Blanchard murder trial. Don't miss out on any of the action, like this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, leave us a comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms.